Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Broken Roads with me, Merredin. Let's head back to Merredin. Some more right bastards have waylaid us. Let's put a stop to their shenanigans. Alright, they actually put drop bears in the game. Alright, come on, get some. Alright, we dropped some drop bears. Sometimes I do forget this is a post-apocalyptic game, so we should expect to see some mutants at some point. They've been mentioned a couple times. Alright, so we have at least 3 things to do in Merredin, possibly 4. I think we can release Connor McCabe. We can fix up Mick. Possibly establish a trade outpost with Porta.
Hey, good. How can I help? Border.
And we'll try to talk to Numbat about working with Kane. And there's something we needed to buy. Wasn't there? I could be wrong. Did we miss this vendor last time? Or are they new? So paperback books. For some, a bloody good book is the best way to travel. Seen that before. That. Scratchies. A colorful bit of paper that promised millions of dollars to the poor bastards of before. Guess we won't need that. I'm gonna keep that in case that's how we decide to make Auntie Acacia's tea. And I feel like the fire making kit might come in handy at some point. I find it odd these are marked as junk. They're tied to quests, at least some of them have been. And will be. I'll be real quick, let's start with the Numbat, because I don't think we can do anything with her yet. Because Kane wanted us to wait. Oh, she's not here. Says she had a house elsewhere. Also, she's going to talk to Menzies. Hogan might be in charge of the trade outpost. He's more of a businessman, right? Than Angela. Yeah, perfect. A bit of a hot day for politicking, eh? What's on your mind? Are you open to more trade outposts in Merredin? Mate, I've got a good nose for business, and I'll tell you. Merredin's market is a bloody sham. My mom would be rolling in her grave, seeing Governor Smith run this place into the ground with her tax schemes. That didn't answer my question. Yeah, I have a saw for you. So it might specifically have to be a small saw. I just have a regular hand saw. He looks like the guy that would sell one. A ceramite? Her frown only deepens when she sees you. Yes? Hi, I've brought medicine for Mick. She looks at the bottle and gives an approving nod. Wish I'd had this on hand whenever I needed it. She looks at the bottle and gives it a... Oh wait, already read that. Jumped the gun a little bit. That's Mick sorted. We still don't know enough about what it was that Connor threw. We could chase after Measure, sure. But we also know where he's headed. I say we take a trip to Kalgoorlie for ourselves. See what we might be up against. Okay. Always happy to see you, mate. Do you happen to know the airspeed of an unladen European swallow? You'd be looking at about 9 meters per second, I reckon. Too easy. Alright, I might mix up our party next time and bring Adam and Jess along. Here we go. Any tips on setting up a trade outpost in Merredin? Yeah, get some deeper pockets because Governor Smith's gonna want every last dollar before she approves it. Well, we should go talk to her about that. And also, possibly, getting that little black rectangle. Looks like he sells knickknacks too. He might have a saw. What is it? Where's Numbat? She smiles briefly. Numbat was adamant about becoming a resident, so I sent her outside the walls where she would be best able to act on her desires. You're a terrible person. I refuse to explain myself to you. I did what Numbat asked. Nothing more, nothing less. Numbat tried to get me to bribe her with Lamingtons. She tisks. The woman has no sense of self-worth, if that's the price she's willing to accept. I have to talk to her about her... So I talked to her about improving her self-esteem. That sentence threw me off. So she should be outside the walls, I assume with the other siders. And that's fine, because if we can convince Kane to let her work for him, he has a place to go. Also, what terrible people. Now let's check in with these vendors real quick. I do need a saw. I'm gonna let Connor out. Boosting initiative wouldn't be a terrible idea. I wouldn't mind a better weapon, too. I'm gonna sell this, and I guess this since it's not letting me use the handsaw. Puts me at 442. Almost enough for this. I don't think we should need this on any of my ranged characters. Go ahead and just do that.
Hello, Brookton. What are you after?
She gives you a terse nod. Are you open to more trade outposts in Merredin? I've always welcomed trade with open arms, but some seem to forget that those taxes they complain about keep Merredin afloat. As long as any potential trade partners are willing to pay their dues, I have no objection to them setting up shop. I'd like to establish a trading outpost here, to link up with Corda. She morosely shakes her head. A different face will not sway me. Once Westonia is back on its feet, Merredin won't need a trade outpost. Does that not just conflict with what you just said? Ah, man. What will it take to get Deadringer out of prison? She raises an eyebrow. The punishment hardly fits the crime, so I assume no one would be coming for him. His debt is $500.
Farewell, then.
She said she welcomes trade as long as they're willing to pay. Then she said no, they don't need a trade outpost once Westonia is back up and running. That's two conflicting responses. Alright. Let's run back outside and speak to Numbat if we can. And then I guess we're done in Merredin for right now. Her face has been burnt by the harsh sun. Mate, Jasper's a piece of work for throwing me out here. What's it like being a free woman? She burst into tears. I thought that was a bit of a condescending question. A little insensitive considering her situation. Alright, let's check in with Will. I forget what he sells. He sells that one hat that I want for like $2,000. Or dollary dues. Alright, let's head back out. So Ella wants us to go to Kalgoorlie. Scope it out. But that's a good distance away. We have other quests we can do in the immediate vicinity. So I think we start there. So let's bring Jess, Adam, and then I'm still going to bring Ella and Mad. I don't like leaving Sean behind. I do like Sean. So I think we avoid Ardath for now. We have a few options over this way. We could check in with Bally Bally Hall. And we should have the opportunity to level up both Jess and Adam. Alright, so what is she good at? Biology and melee. Alright, focus on agility, I guess. Get our melee mastery up to 45 and throwing up to 45, or 44. For agility, melee mastery up to 50 and throwing up to 50. And then Barbican up to 30. Biology to 45. More agility. More melee mastery. More throwing and more biology. What's throwing do at 50? So check stuff further. A throw eligible item from a utility slot. Throwing distance increases by 0.2% per point. And 25... Oh, we already saw that on Mad. Alright, and I guess intelligence on this guy. He has no weapons equipped either. So pyrokinetics. Like the blazing red kangaroo, tame the scorching heat. Ignite an area, making it erupt into flames next turn. Characters within the area have a chance to have their weapons disabled and grenades detonated. The character targets an area up to 7 meters away with a radius of 1 meter, then immediately bursts into flames for the rest of combat. Any characters that are caught in the initial area take 7 instant damage. Any characters that are caught in or walk through the fire are afflicted by 1 stack of burning per meter traversed, taking 3 fire damage per stack per turn. Stacks decrease by half of the total amount per turn. Increasing the chance that characters will become disarmed by 0.5% per pyrokinetics level. Okay. I think we'll just go all into pyrokinetics. Maybe some Tinker as well. I wonder if this synchronizes with detonating grenades. Because this has a chance to detonate grenades that the people have equipped. And Tinker increases the blast radius of explosives by 1%. That, and more pyrokinetics. Get that to 50. Yeah, so no new effects, it's just increasing the values of everything else. That's fine. I guess I do withstand instead. And maybe some resolve, just to make him a little tougher. So withstand at 25. Detected characters can no longer be knocked down. This will by itself. Alright, 75 pyrokinetics. The characters within the ignited location that are carrying grenades have a 50% chance to have one of them detonate, causing AoE damage. Only 1 grenade can be detonated across all characters within the ignited location. More resolve. Let's get this to 50. Once again, it just increases the value. Let's take 1 point away from this. No, 1 point away from this. And put 4 into vigilance. I guess we don't need to. He doesn't have a ranged weapon equipped, so it seems like an odd choice. I give us some agility. And I guess max out pyrokinetics. Yeah, 100% chance to ignite or detonate a grenade. Oh, you keep going up. I'll stop at 100 for now. He has a ton of level ups. Amos has another one. Cool. Alright, now that's taken care of. Forgot where we went. Oh, this is Bally Bally Hall. So I think was tied to Cole. They speculated he might be there, but his code said somewhere that started with an A, so they decided on the altar side. Not a bad spot for a corroboree. Entertaining a compost war era. Or sorry, entering a compost war era. The Outback's a graveyard of relics no one can make heads or tails of. Like a remains of a brick wall. And a J barrier. The concrete barriers, I don't know if it's the official name for them or not, but the smaller ones that you see on the roads and stuff are typically called, at least we call them J barriers, or Jersey barriers. Because they're smaller like the state of New Jersey, and the big ones are called T barriers, or Texas barriers, because they're large like Texas. Someone scratched something into the wood underneath. Not happy, Jan. Hard to find trees this tall and straight anymore. Must have been brought in from the east some time ago. Mostly armless. I did walk past something over here. Sand is gathered in the grooves of fields long given over to dust. Hard to scratch out a living when the very dirt's against you. It's been years since this area had any significant rainfall. Some of the gums have clearly given up the ghost. People always want to leave their mark, regardless of how hard it is to read. How's it? The coals are still glowing faintly over a mound wrapped in aluminium foil. Damper for supper looks like. A nice of the scouts have a place where you can go to let one rip, to make sure you're unaccompanied. A good place to hole up. Bad place to grow food. I'll never be able to thank you enough for getting me out of Brookton. Just leave me be, would you? Scrap, hunting knife, and mushrooms. Ned and his brothers have got a lot to answer for. Get wasted, want not. Hum's where you make it, eh? Oh, Banksia flower. Perfect. Need one of those. A nice night for it, eh? She stares up at the radio, eyes dark, as she blinks and looks away. The radio wasn't working when we needed it last time. Let's not make that mistake again. The CB radio is meant to keep the scouts up to date with local goings-on. Right now, it's as useless as breasts on a bull. I think breasts on a bull sounds better anyway, but I also like alliteration. I repair the radio. You pop the panel open, but it's a maze of wires. After a couple of frustrating minutes, you're forced to admit defeat. Can someone else do it? Maybe if we brought, John? A local CB radio network has been essential for the nearby communities to stay in touch. And stay on top of who's rooting who, of course. Small water bottle, spiked club, some paper, and a bag of dollary dues. Well, with the Banksia flower, we go back and make that tea for Auntie Acacia. I'd like to make some progress on a quest. We keep, reaching dead ends, and I want to knock some out. Then when I think I make progress in one, it turns out I don't, like with Governor Smith and the trading outpost. Now, the state may be gone, but the country remains. It's this much of a mess outside. Not sure you want to see what's inside. What? Alright, well I think we're done here then. Oh, they just transitioned to daytime. I didn't actually click on anything, I'm not mistaken. Alright, well, let's make the trek back across to Corda. So we knock out that quest real quick. I think we need DJ in the party though, so we need to stop by Merredin. Oh, you notice something nearby. A skeleton pile. There are more than just combat encounters. A cleaver +1, some rope, and useful rags. Oh, there's more. Mushrooms and medicinal herb. Heck yeah, I'll take all the loot that I can. Rope, useful rags, and an opal. Opal sell for 250. Or at least the one did. I don't think it changes depending on the merchant, but it might. I think we're good here. And then weapons seem to sell for a decent amount too. I think it's also worth going back to locations we've already explored to see if anything's changed. So I think that was a tooltip as well. Alright, let's go do some trading. I don't think we'll need paper for the opal. So I think we probably need Tinker to fix that radio. It's also possible Cole is needed. He was the repair guy back in Brookton. It's also the tooltip for Tinker. You swing your devices and understand what Cole is on about. It's really close to leveling up. So if we knock out this quest for Auntie Acacia, we'll gain another level. So we'll head there real quick. I think we'll wrap up the episode there. And then try to make her tea next time. Alright, so we will bring... Well, we need DJ. Ellen and Matt, I think, are just useful to have. And... I like Sean. We'll bring him with us. So I think he has a higher Tinker score than my character does. Alright, so we have, let's see, 14, 17. So maybe I need to invest more into that. I don't know. Well, either way, I'm going to call it here. Next time, I'll go ahead and make... Auntie's tea. And go from there. I think we'll probably go to... might check out the plane crash again on the way back west. And then check out a couple of locations further west. And maybe revisit Brookton. I assume there'll probably be raiders or something there that we can fight. But we'll see. Either way, for now, thanks for watching. I'd love to see you guys in the next one.